I wanted more respect. I wanted people to stop playing with me. So I stopped showing up and I started speaking less. One of these days you're going to realize, when it comes to some people, when you put yourself around them 24/7, it is human nature for somebody to take you for granted. And it's not their fault. It's literally human nature. You know what I mean? You do it all the time too without even realizing. Like if you're privileged enough to get constant water, you have access to it every day. It's not scarce to you because you can just go get another water bottle. You can just go get another jug of water. You can get water somewhere. You can get it from the sink if you really want to. And you'll know it'll be there tomorrow. Now, apply that with your presence. They know you're gonna be there tomorrow. They know you're gonna say the same bullshit over and over again. So they don't take you seriously. Because they know you'll be right back the next day. So, what can you do? Now, when I talk about things like this is going to be in an environment that you don't necessarily have to show up to. So like if this is work, you have to be here. You have to be there. Oh my gosh. You have to be at work. Now, if it's something where you can't control, like it's a gym, but you're not in a fixed position, like you don't have to be in that spot, this can work. And when I say this can work, I'm talking about limiting your presence with them, limiting your energy. Limiting your energy is going to be a lot better for those who are in fixed positions, like their job, because you can't just stop showing up to a place that pays you because you want more respect from the people around you. That's not how that works. That's not realistic. But what you can do, you can start limiting your energy. Because let me tell you what they're used to. They're used to your antics and all the bullshit that you say every day. Every day they're waiting for something that you'll say that matches with how they already perceive you. It's like, he's always making jokes. He's a class clown, whatever. He's gonna say some stupid shit and we're just gonna wave it off. It means nothing to us. Whatever he says, it holds no weight. It doesn't matter what he says. He'll be back tomorrow. He'll say the same bullshit. But then you flip that switch. Something's different about you. You're not saying the same old. You're actually saying a lot less than what you would normally do. Now they're a little confused. So they might ask you a question like, hey, what's going on? Are you okay? Is there something wrong with you? That's the first sign. They start to show a little bit of concern. Not because they actually care about you, just because they think it has something to do with them. They think they did something to you because everybody's the main character of their own story, right? Oh, man. It gets me thinking so much, man. And then, you'll notice a change now from when you were talking constantly versus when you're limiting your words. They pay attention a lot more. It's like, okay, we might really need to take what he says seriously. He might have some shit to say because he barely talks now. I don't know what happened. They respect you now, or they respect you a lot more than what they did prior to you doing this, making this decision for yourself. And let me tell you, it is a great feeling. But it's not like that you're just doing this solely off the respect. You're doing this for yourself too. You're doing this so you can understand the power of your tongue. There was a great and amazing quote that I heard. It's like, when you know how powerful the tongue is, you wouldn't just use it all the time. You wouldn't just waste it on meaningless words. What you have to say is going to mean something. It's going to hold weight. The moment you start putting it all over the place, you start saying whatever at any time, that's when it holds less weight. They start to respect it less because they know you give it out so often, it'll just be back. So why would you respect it? It's always in your face. You can take it whenever you want. There's no scarcity behind that. But when you're a person who starts limiting his words, they don't know when's the next time you're going to say something. They don't know when he's going to give out his energy again. They're anticipating that now. You successfully switched that dynamic from you being that annoying coworker or that annoying classmate, annoying student, to this distinguished, well-spoken, I don't want to say mysterious, but respected person. Because this is all a part of knowing your worth. Knowing how powerful your words are. You don't need to be saying shit every day, 24/7. Now, obviously, this is difficult when you're in a space like work or class where you need to talk constantly, right? I get that. So, like I said previously, you can't limit your words or your presence itself. Then what you can limit is your energy. So if you're usually happy-go-lucky, you're always bouncing around, you can limit that, or at least limit it to those who have seen it so often to where they're pretty much used to how you are. Pull back. Pull back. You are way too available for them. You're way too available. Pull that shit back. Calm down. Relax. Still be you. I always want you to be yourself. That's something that's never going to change. Just conduct yourself a little differently. Still remain the same. Still be yourself. And even the small things like the energy, like I said, they're gonna come up to you. They're gonna be like, "Hey, what's going on? Are you okay? You're not being yourself." You're gonna be a little confused because you're acting exactly like yourself. You're just more reserved. You got shit to say now, so you don't just say anything. You're smart with your words. You have management over your life. This is a first step of knowing your worth and taking control of your life by the words that we use, because the words are very powerful. I didn't learn this until recently, but the words that we speak out into the world, they do come back to us. So you do need to be careful what you say. The tongue is powerful and you need to start acting like it. I remember I was like that, man. When I was in high school, I was some might call a class clown. I would try my hardest to make everybody laugh. Try to make everybody have a good day, put a smile on their face. And I did enjoy it at the time. But whenever I would have a cry for help in public, like I would make a lot of depression jokes, a lot of self-deprecating jokes, quote-unquote jokes, and people would either just say nothing or they would just awkwardly laugh it off. So the moment I actually tried to beg for help in a joking manner, nobody took it seriously because I already tainted my tongue with how much I talked before, with all the stupid shit that I would say. Now, I won't be disingenuous and say there weren't people in high school who looked out for me. There were a few people, but overall, I was looked at as nothing but a class clown for most. Someone who was just providing cheap entertainment and nothing but a court jester, just making a complete spectacle of myself. It wasn't until I stopped going to physical school when COVID hit, and I got to figure out who I really am when people started to take me a little bit more seriously, because I started working out, I started learning about who I am, and I started speaking less. I really did. And then I had to get a lot of complaints from people that I went to school with. When I started talking to them around graduation time, it was like, there's something different about you. I don't like it. I shit you not. They didn't like this new way I was acting. I was a little reserved now. And they didn't like me because there was something different about me. They didn't like me because I wasn't offering cheap entertainment to them. Because realistically, they didn't know me. You don't know how I've changed. You don't know shit about me. It's always interesting retelling that, because I really do consider that a big transition in my life. The point is, Don't take your words so lightly. They mean something. I need you to start moving like it. Don't just go out, spam everything. I'm not going to say don't be annoying, because sometimes you could just be being yourself. Just pull back on what you have to say a lot of the time, and make sure whatever you have to say, make sure people are hearing you, make sure people respect it. And the best way to go about that is reserving your words, limiting what you have to say all the time. You don't have to be the person that's just talking all the time. Let people wonder. Let the anticipation build, because I promise you, they respect people like that way more. And sometimes, and I get it. You could be like, bro, their respect doesn't matter to me. I don't give a shit about their respect. I completely get that. I don't care either. But that's the game. That is the game. When people respect you more, you get shit. You get a lot of shit that will work into your favor, whether that be in the short term or the long term. So you gotta play the game right now. Limit your words. Hold some value behind what you say. Talk to yourself and come to the same conclusion as I did long ago. Because once I figured this out, everything changed. I really started locking into this at an old retail job. I was always the coworker who would say some stupid shit, outlandish shit, off the wall shit, though it was funny. I'm not having my head up. I'm very funny. It got to a point where a coworker saw me as a court jester, someone who was just full of jokes. It didn't sit right with me. My words, like whenever I had something serious to actually say, it wasn't really taken seriously. Like I could be easily disposed of. Like I'm just some kind of cheap humor for them. Telling the coworkers my business and shit, just loose lips and all that. All because I didn't even take myself seriously because of the things that I said and how often I said it. I pulled back. Now, I got paragraphs asking me what changed, what happened to the energy. I'm not the same person. The thing is, I'm still the same person. I limited my words, and I got so much more respect because I stopped talking to him, them, whatever. So often, whenever I did say something, their ears will perk up. When you talk so much and they're used to what you have to say, their ears don't do that. They just stay the same. Say, he's just gonna say some bullshit. He's gonna be on his way. No, I stopped saying shit. Now my words are valuable. It's literally like inflation of the US dollar. You print so much out that money means nothing because everybody has it. Everybody has access to it. Anybody can get it. Versus there's less of it. It becomes a little bit more scarce. It's more rare. So the times that you do get your hands on it, you're going to find it very valuable. You're going to want to keep on to it. You're going to want to pay attention to it. That's the same thing with the words. Your money are your words. Your currency is what you have to say out of your mouth. So whatever you have to say, make it worth it. Make it valuable. Please, I beg of you.